Rapper and actor Common's recent breakup with singer and actress Jennifer Hudson has been making headlines following a dramatic shift in their relationship. Although they were previously seen as one of Hollywood's promising power couples, their bond has reportedly hit a rough patch, culminating in Common being asked to leave Hudson's house. This development has led many to question what went wrong between the two and the possible reasons behind Jennifer Hudson's apparent rejection of Common's marriage proposal. The relationship between Common and Jennifer Hudson first started gaining attention in 2022, when whispers of a romance between the two began circulating. This speculation started to grow as they worked together on the set of Breathe, a film that demanded long hours and close collaboration. The pair spent a significant amount of time in Philadelphia during the filming, and it was during these intense and emotionally charged days that their connection appeared to evolve from professional to personal. Their chemistry on set was undeniable, and those who observed them noticed the way they interacted both on and off the clock. While filming continued, Common and Hudson were often seen spending time together outside of work, dining at local restaurants, and enjoying each other's company. Initially, Hudson was quick to dismiss rumors of a romantic relationship, explaining that their closeness was purely the result of long-standing friendship. She addressed the gossip head-on, insisting that people were creating stories based on assumptions. In an interview, she remarked that people just love a good story, and she tried to downplay any claims that they were more than friends. Hudson made it clear that the bond between herself and Common was being exaggerated by outsiders. However, despite her efforts to control the narrative, those closest to the actors were not entirely convinced that the relationship was as innocent as Hudson suggested. Sources close to the pair hinted that there was indeed more to their connection, suggesting that their bond had deepened significantly over time. As filming for Breathe continued, Common and Hudson reportedly grew even closer. Though they had known each other for years, their time working together allowed them to develop a rhythm and connection that went beyond professional. What began as a friendly companionship eventually blossomed into something more. Those close to the actors noted that their time together outside of the set, sharing meals and spending quiet moments, became routine. It was clear that their emotional connection had become stronger as they spent more time together, with their conversations flowing easily and their laughter frequent. The chemistry between them was undeniable, and it wasn't long before public sightings further fueled speculation about their relationship. The relationship took another step into the public eye when Common attended the premiere of the musical A Strange Loop in London, where Jennifer Hudson held a major role. Their attendance at this event stirred the media and fans, as many interpreted Common's trip to London as a sign of their deepening relationship. While both celebrities had made efforts to keep their connection low-key, their presence together in London seemed to solidify their status as a couple. Observers noted that while the couple had arrived separately at the premiere to avoid drawing attention, once they were out of the public eye, they appeared to be inseparable, sharing intimate moments and showing affection behind the scenes. Despite their efforts to keep their relationship private, Common appeared eager to make their connection public. In contrast, Hudson, who has always been protective of her personal life, was more cautious about making the relationship official. She took her time, recognizing the attention that would come with such a high-profile pairing. For Hudson, the stakes were high, especially considering Common's history with other well-known women. After months of speculation, Hudson and Common finally confirmed their relationship in a joint appearance on Hudson's talk show in January of this year. Their candid conversation allowed fans to see the depth of their connection, and the public confirmation led many to believe that their relationship would soon blossom into something more. However, after this public acknowledgement, the couple's relationship seemed to slow down rather than progress. While some fans celebrated the couple's chemistry and shared values, others were more concerned about Hudson's emotional well-being. Common's past relationships, which included high-profile breakups, with women like Erykah Badu, Serena Williams, and Angela Rye, raised red flags for many. Common had a history of ending relationships when discussions about commitment arose, leading many to wonder if he was truly ready for a long-term partnership. His relationship with Rye, in particular, revealed his difficulty with emotional availability and long-term commitment. Common's history with relationships had always been complex. After his breakup with Rye, he dated comedian and actress Tiffany Haddish, but their relationship also followed a familiar pattern. Despite initial passion and public declarations of love, when Haddish began talking about the future, Common started to distance himself emotionally. Their breakup highlighted a recurring theme in Common's relationships. He often seemed ready for romance, but not for long-term commitment. Haddish later stated that she felt blindsided by the breakup, which further reinforced the concerns that had surrounded Common's readiness for a lasting relationship. Despite these red flags, Jennifer Hudson appeared to believe that her relationship with Common would be different. She was drawn to his creativity, shared passion for social justice, and their deep emotional connection. However, over time, Hudson became increasingly wary of repeating the mistakes of her past. Her history with her ex-fiancé, David Otunga, had left deep emotional scars. The relationship, which lasted for nearly a decade, was marked by significant emotional and physical abuse. Otunga's attempts to manipulate their son and his controlling behavior left Hudson with lasting trauma, leading her to develop a strong aversion to marriage and commitment. Hudson's reluctance to marry Common may have been influenced by her painful experiences with Otunga. Though she was initially open to the idea of love again, Hudson had learned from her past and was more cautious about entering into a relationship that could end in heartbreak. Sources close to Hudson revealed that Common had proposed to her, but she declined the offer, possibly due to her awareness of his commitment issues. This rejection sent shockwaves through the public, as many were surprised that Hudson would turn down Common's proposal despite their strong connection. Common reportedly took her refusal hard and tried to convince her that he had changed, assuring her that he was ready for a serious, committed relationship. However, Hudson remained firm in her decision. Her past experiences had taught her to prioritize her emotional safety, and she was unwilling to enter into a marriage that didn't feel secure. Hudson's refusal of Common's proposal was seen by many as a wise and empowered decision, reflecting her growth in self-awareness. Fans supported her decision, with some suggesting that she had made the right choice, given Common's history of short-lived relationships. Jennifer Hudson's decision not to accept Common's proposal is a powerful statement of self-preservation and emotional strength. After enduring years of emotional turmoil in her previous relationship, she has learned to value her own stability and well-being above all else. Despite the emotional connection she shares with Common, Hudson is focused on creating a life where she feels safe and valued. Her decision to decline his proposal is not just about protecting her own peace, but also about honoring her intuition and recognizing the importance of emotional and spiritual compatibility in a relationship. For Hudson, the most important thing is not just finding love, but finding a love that aligns with her personal values and ensures her emotional safety. Jennifer Hudson, the lovable girl next door with a powerhouse voice, was enjoying a sensational rise to fame more than a decade ago, but the American Idol alum's fame has faded in recent years, leading some to wonder how such a talented performer has fallen off the radar. Was it the so-called Oscar curse that derailed her career just as it took off? Perhaps it was the ill-fated string of roles she chose following her award-winning big screen debut. Somehow, Hudson has simultaneously sparked controversy and complete audience disinterest in her post-Dreamgirls resume, not to mention attracting seemingly unending scorn from critics. Even her music career, which given her obvious talent should have been the path of least resistance, hasn't exactly panned out. So, what's the deal? Will J. Hud ever find a workaround to get back on the A-list? While we wait to see if she can overcome her apparent shadow, let's take a look at why it seems like Hollywood won't cast Jennifer Hudson anymore. She has one of the most powerful voices in Hollywood, and yet, if you can believe it, Hudson was once afraid to share her gift with the rest of the world. I used to beg for a solo, and then when they gave it to me, I would be too afraid to sing, she told Glamour magazine, recalling her days singing at her church in Chicago. I didn't start singing with my eyes open until I was 19 years old. Perhaps this naturally reserved demeanor has continued to hinder her opportunities in showbiz. Hudson reportedly beat out nearly 800 girls to land the coveted role of Effie White in Hollywood's long-awaited movie adaptation of the Broadway musical Dreamgirls, 2006. Anyone who saw the musical in 1982 or simply the YouTube video of Jennifer Holliday performing the iconic song, And I'm Telling You, at the Tony Awards, knows that role has the potential to make a star out of those who play the part, and that's exactly what happened to Hudson in Dreamgirls. Critics raved about her debut performance, and awards followed, including a Golden Globe and the coveted Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. Suddenly, Hudson went from an American Idol reject with no acting experience to the most sought-after woman in Hollywood. Winning an Oscar for your first movie role is a spectacular way to kick off one's career. It's also a very, very tough way to maintain longevity in Hollywood. Just ask actors Timothy Hutton, Tatum O'Neal, and Marlee Matlin, who've spent the many decades following their respective Oscar wins trying to live up to their golden moments. Hudson appears to be in the same boat. Forever linked to Effie White and her signature song, Hudson has struggled to find a role that showcases her multitude of talents and proves she is more than just a one-trick pony. Hollywood also appears to be struggling to figure out if Hudson is a dramatic or comedic actress, or both, or neither. For Hudson, success may simply have come too fast, too soon. One sign that your movie career isn't going that well is when your filmography becomes littered with titles nobody has seen or even heard. Jennifer Hudson has appeared in a number of non-starters that would give any Hollywood agent a touch of heartburn. There was Fragments, which came and went without much fanfare in 2009. The Inevitable Defeat of Mr. and Pete in 2013, which made less than $500,000 at the U.S. box office, and 2014's Lullaby, which apparently did not make a dent in Tinseltown, despite having a notable cast that included Garrett Hedlund and Amy Adams. To be fair, all of this can easily be chalked up to Hollywood growing pains. Nobody's resume is perfect, but we really hope Hudson's next project aims for a nationwide release rather than straight to video on demand. Jennifer Hudson was wise to test her strengths on the small screen. Every major actress in Hollywood appears to be doing that these days, from Emma Stone to Nicole Kidman and even Julia Roberts. However, the two major projects Hudson chose either had too small of an audience, Smash, 2012-13, or were past their prime, Empire, 2015, for her to really make a splash. That said, we still think television is a good path for Hudson, especially as Ryan Murphy continues to revive the careers of so many major movie actresses. Seriously, why hasn't he cast Hudson on American Horror Story yet?